Hey guys, Gaspon here, and today I'm finally bringing you my Cyber Dragon deck profile. If you're wondering why I've got this mouse mat in front, well, this was actually the first WCQ that I ever attended, and kind of what got me into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! It was in Birmingham, I believe, and if I remember, I was playing Burning Abyss and did absolutely horrible because I was still a filthy casual. But since then, I really wanted to get into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! And one deck I had quite a bit of success with is Thunder Dragons. But of course, back in January, that deck got slaughtered because of Colossus getting banned. Since then, I built a 10E deck and saw some decent success with it at locals, but unfortunately, because of the current circumstances, there hasn't been any other WCQ really. So since then, since the lockdown started, I wanted to build a competitive deck, and I did a sealed only series using Cyber Dragons. And if you hadn't seen that, please don't watch it. It was the most awkward commentary, editing, and series. Well, the only one I've ever done, but it was a good starting point. I got to learn a lot about the deck and about YouTube and making videos, and just something I really enjoyed. Unfortunately, I did have to end the series quite early because of the product price increase, making it harder for us to get certain cards like the Cyber Dragon Naxter, Galaxy Soldiers, just because that product, Dual Power, was out of my price range because I had a budget of £30 a week. But since then, I have actually fully completed the Cyber Dragon deck, and that's what I'm going to be presenting to you guys today. So without further ado, let's begin with 3 OG Cyber Dragons. If you've watched the actual series, you know that this is my favorite artwork of Cyber Dragons. It's common. I just kind of wanted to keep it common just because that was the printing from the sealed series, from that structure deck. So yeah, and we've also got 3 Cyber Dragon core. Of course, the best normal summon, being able to also add a spell, cyber spell or trap card, also being able to banish yourself from the graveyard if our opponent controls a monster and we don't, to summon the OG Cyber Dragon from our deck. Next up, we have 3 Cyber Dragon Hurts, and if this is sent to the graveyard, you get to add a Cyber Dragon from the hand or from the deck, not from the hand. Get to add a Cyber Dragon from the deck or graveyard, so it can actually recur your Cyber Dragon core if it's already in the graveyard. Next up, we got 2 Cyber Dragon Naxters. I only like to play 2 in my build. You discard a card to special summon it, and if it's special summoned, you get to summon something with the stats of Cyber Dragon. So Cyber Dragon from the graveyard, and 1 Via, just because we can use Via to chain block core. Next up, we've got 2 of the Galaxy Soldiers. This would have been also very hard to obtain without dual power. Luckily, I already had these 2 in my collection anyway. And the 1 Jizukuru, the Star Destroying Kaiju. I do have a rare, but keeping to the skilled only memento, I suppose, I wanted to play the common that we got from the Mechanized Mayhem structure deck. Next up, for the hand traps, because I gotta respect the numeron, I guess. I'm playing 3 Ghost Ogre. This is the only real thing that can hurt the field spell, and it's just a really good card, a bit underrated in my opinion. Also, because of Halki Firebrax is also still a problem, I'm playing Effect Veilers. This is also good against some other cards as well in the meta, such as, I guess, Salamangreat Foxy, if you really wanted another example, being able to turn that off. Also playing 3 Cyframe Gear Gammas, just in case on our turn, after our opponent's done the whole Zexal combo, if we have this in hand and they go to use its Zexal, we can chain this to get rid of that problem, leave our opponent's board hopefully empty so we can go for an OTK. And then 3 Infinite Impermanence, 6 Veiler, that can't be called by the grave. Next off, into the spells and one trap we play, we got free Cyber Emergency. Such a powerful search spell, as if it does get negated, you can just add it back to your hand by discarding something in your hand, which will probably facilitate even more plays for you. I like to play Machine Duplication in my build, but that's just me. Comment, what would you play? Would you play the free duplications or something else? I've got the one Cyber Repair Plant and Rev System and Cyberload Fusion. All of these cards can, except for probably Cyberload Fusion, but these two can definitely be searched off core. Cyber Rev System acts as a monster reborn, makes just that monster you summon back unaffected by, or not be able to be destroyed by card effects, sorry. Repair Plant, just good generic Cyber Dragon card. And Cyberload Fusion, you can actually use it with Verte Anaconda. I've done it before where I've had, say, this in hand, being able to make the Verte, use Verte to send off for Overload Fusion to make one Rampage, then use Cyberload Fusion to make a second Rampage or Cyber Twin Dragon. And then finally, to round off the main deck, one Foolish Burial, one Overload Fusion that we were just talking about, and one Cybernetic Overflow for going for something else we can search with our core. Going into the extra deck next, and I need to move this camera a bit, I think, there we go. So I play two Infinities. Obviously we got one from Legendary Dragon decks, and one of the other ones one of my friends kindly gave to me. Also got two Cyber Dragon Novas, obviously to enable the Infinity, and one Pleiades. There have been boards where I've done test hands ending on a Lambda, Cypherame Lord Lambda, I believe it is, Pleiades and Infinity, which is stupidly strong. You bounce a rock till you're up against the Emancipator deck. You can bounce their normal summon, that basically just ends their turn. Got the one Chimera Tech Mega Fleet and Fortress Dragons. Nice secret that we got from the Battles of Legend Armageddon. And I did an opening, and if you haven't seen that, there'll be a link to that in the description, as well as a link to the sealed only series if you wanted to watch that. But continuing on, we've got two Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. I always think this is just Cyber Rampage Dragon, but it's Chimera Tech. Really good for OTKing, and one twin, because it can attack twice. Pretty strong. One Cyber Dragon Sega, obviously one of the best links in our deck currently. One Nightmare Phoenix, just in case we need spell and trap removal. One Predaplant Verte Anaconda, which I guess also takes that best link monster spot. And one of the Lambda, which I mentioned, and one of Mirage, so you can get rid of your core into the graveyard, so you can make cards like Cyber Repair Plant live. I keep moving my camera, or is it? Anyway, off into the side deck, and you can see we got the Nibiru token, so we are playing free of the Nibirus. I was considering maining this card, but I think it's better on the side. I'd rather play Ghost Ogre in the main to stop the Numeron Field Spell and other problem cards, I suppose. Now, there is supposed to be a third... there it is. I guess you've seen all the side decks, so free Dark Ruler No Mores, just to switch off those ridiculous Emancipator or Elven Synchro boards. Free Cosmic Cyclones to deal with back row decks like Altergeist and Subterra. And free of the Xyz Encore. I think this is going to be played in a lot of side decks, obviously because of the Zexal. People fearing that you can target a face-up Xyz monster your opponent controls that has Xyz material and attach all the materials and return all those attached to, I believe, their extra deck. So pretty cool card indeed. And then we've also got free Evenly Matched to round off the side. So yeah, with that, I'm going to do a quick test hand. So I guess I'm just going to speed up footage of me pile shuffling this deck now. Okay, and ready for our test stand. Let's see. Okay, this is kind of meh. I guess if we're going second, it's not too bad. Say we did use both of these to stop the whole Numeron play. Our opponent board is empty, so we get to draw a card for turn. Lovely. Awesome card. So we've got a very good hand right now. So let's start off with Cyber Dragon Core, and using Core Effect, of course, to add a Cyber spell or trap card. In this case, we are, of course, going to get the Repair Plant. Then activate the Machine Duplication to, first of all, not go into the extra deck, go into the normal deck, and summon out 2 of the OG Cyber Dragons. I'm just thinking what I want to do next, or how I want to go about this. Because I do want to try and end on the board with Infinity Pallades and the, I guess, Lambda, but I suppose we're also going second and we want to OTK our opponent. So what would be best is if I remember the bloody Veer in hand to get more bodies on the field, but what we can also do is use a Cyber Dragon and Core to go into Verte. Then use the Naxxra effects, discard Veer to special summon itself. Then using Naxxra's other effect to special summon the Cyber Dragon from the graveyard. Of course, we can only really go into machines now, so let us have a look again. Let's just use Naxxra and Cyber Dragon to go into the Seeger. Oops, don't know why my graveyard's upside down. Then we can also use the Verte effect, paying 2,000 life points, of course. Send an Overload Fusion to the graveyard. Then using Verte's effect, which is now Overload Fusion, to banish 2 Cyber Dragons. So we just banish Veer and the OG Cyber Dragon to go into Rampage, Battle Phase. Wait, no, not going into Battle Phase yet. We want to use Rampage effect first to send off 2 Cyber Dragons. So we'll send off a Hertz, and it really doesn't matter. OG Cyber Dragon. Using Hertz once it's sent to the graveyard to add back, say, Naxxra. And then using, thinking, actually, no, I think this is pretty much enough for lethal, because this is 21 with 3 attacks, but we can double it with Seeger, making it 42 with 3 attacks, more than enough for game. We've also got Cyber Dragon just in case. So yeah, definitely easily OTK with this deck, especially with the amount of hand traps we played. As you see, we got the Effect Veiler and Ghost Ogre. So yeah, really cool deck. Something I'm really happy with how I built it now. And now that I've got it finished, I wish I could have finished it within the sealed only series. But of course, we had our complications there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and liked the deck profile. If you've got any suggestions as to what you would have changed, please leave them down in the comments. The next deck profile I will feature on my channel will be a Barrier Statue Stun Dino. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel if you want to see that. Remember to leave this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So, something I also wanted to add, I'm going to be starting a new series, I guess. I'm just going to call it Get Good. For now, I think that's title in progress. Basically, what I want to do is, after doing replays for the 10-year, I realise I'm quite rusty at actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I haven't really played online because I don't like playing online. And of course we can't play physically, so I kind of want to get better and shake off some of this rust. So I am going to play online. I'm going to record some of the duels I do online. I try to do some best of 3, and I'm just going to try and get better with the decks that I show. So since I'm just in the Cyber Dragon deck profile, I'm going to, over the weekend, hopefully record some duels and get a video out later Sunday of this new series of Get Good. So yeah, that should be fun. Again, thanks for watching. I will see you on the weekend in that case in the Get Good series.